Come out to play, Sails! By the time that we left Fernandina Beach, we had already had almost 1,000 miles on MoonShadow. However, what we did lose count of was the amount of bridges we went under and the amount of shipwrecks we passed.
Just about to Jacksonville.
Here we go!
Canadian.
It was great to see a lot more sailboats on the water.
Fellow ICW travelers. Beautiful boat.
But we still didn't meet anybody planning to go as far south as we wanted, all the way down to the Caribbean. Lucky for us, just when we thought we were about to make our first night run on the ICW, we came across Lulu's restaurant and dock, where we got a great dinner and were able to anchor for the night. It was also a super convenient spot to pull on and off the ICW and can be found on Navionics. For sale? Is that why it's put right there? Uh-oh. Oh damn. There's a big current underneath here. Like 9 feet high tide. After Jacksonville, the currents and the tides became noticeably larger. And when the tide shifted in our favor, unfortunately we had to bypass one of the oldest cities in Florida, St. Augustine. This time we were on our way to Ponce Inlet to meet another boat coming all the way from the Caribbean. So we had to take advantage of the 2 extra knots and keep going.
Trying to drive and record at the same time. Kayaking. Dude, aren't you scared of gators, bro?
Crab Pot City in low tide.
Elijah's running away from our storm. It's just a little sprinkly shower, but cruising.
For anyone looking for a great salvage boat, check out Florida because unfortunately there are many boats that need homes and a little bit of TLC. Most of them can be bought just by whatever it costs to get them out of the mud. I also recommend Towboat US for anyone traveling these parts because there's definitely a lot of shoaling to watch out for. Rafting up. Hey, that's how you do it.
I'll get 4 feathers.
Too bad we didn't get Chris doing the splits between the 2 boats.
Yeah, right.
Next time we raft up, we'll have to think of that. You almost ripped your shorts. I can't pull it anymore. It's getting...
Okay, go ahead.
There it goes. We're 69 anchoring right now. So we're gonna put his bow up to our stern and our stern up to his bow.
That's probably enough road right there, you think?
Now don't fall out yourself.
Casa de Chris Alex.
Good attempt. Yeah, this is our floating house. Rob bar, anyone? Rabbi? The other boat that we were meeting, Mystic, was still well off into the Atlantic and without wind. So we had another night to explore and decided to have our first raft up party with Elijah. Indeed, there are very many bridges one must go under if they plan to go the entire length of the ICW in Florida. But as long as you have a mast that's at least 55 feet or under, you should be good. Once we arrived at Ponce Inlet, we messaged Mystic on the Garmin inReach to figure out where exactly they were. They informed us to look out at sunrise for them to be entering the bay. So Elijah continued on, and we decided to drop anchor right in front of the lighthouse and a disappearing island. We were excited to see everyone and happy that they made it in safely. We were also so grateful to Matt and the crew for bringing all of our stuff all the way from St. Croix. They carried cruising guides and an extra sail for us. Luckily, we had that because little did we know we would be using it very shortly. After Chris made us all a big breakfast, it was time to finally have some fun. Oh my goodness, your feet sink so much right here. There goes my foot. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hey, my hat.
Gosh.
Told you not to do that.
Here we are. Disappearing Island, aka Sandbar. Whoa, I'm sinking right here, big time. Look how much further I sank. Sank up to my giggleberries. Uh-oh. Bye! What a wuss. And it looks like our boats are on the sand. Go, go, little motor! It's gonna make it. We're gonna make it. If we don't run out of fuel.
Ponce Inlet is a great haven for surfers and nature lovers alike. It is just south of Daytona Beach, Florida, and is home for the tallest lighthouse in the state. So we headed to shore to do some exploring and to find some gasolina. Of course, on the way we stopped for a celebratory dinner and a cheers at Hidden Treasure Rum Bar. After all tanks were full, it was back to the Mystic and MoonShadow flotilla to prepare for a fiery night of festivities.
Chris has got dinner over there. Check him out. Yeah, fish fry. Fish fry. Brings me back to Georgetown. Check the guitar. Damn, dude, this wood.
Matt's peeing on the side of the river. Just kidding, it's an inlet, not a river.
Here, let me
Oh
check.
no, he said it's sweet.
You gotta go with the wind.
We roughly only had about 24 hours to spend with them. We had to keep going south, and they needed to dodge some hurricanes going north. So we stayed up pretty much all night and had the best time we could possibly have.
Whoa! Yeah.
Thanks again, guys, for coming and meeting up. We'll see you next time in St. Croix. Big thank you to everyone who watches our videos. Don't miss out next time when we finish the Intracoastal Waterway and the last episode of Season 1. Don't forget to press subscribe and be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook for daily updates and join the crew on Patreon. Until next time, go have fun.
Come on, Matt. Woo! Hey, Matt, you know, you really remind me of,
Well, I'm like, I only have a beer in my hand. I'm trying to spin it around. I can't.
you really remind me of, like,
do a
Tom
couple
Hanks,
moves.
Matt. You know, you really remind me of that movie where Tom Hanks spins fire.
Spinning fire in kilts. 101.
I have one beer in my hand.
Whoa!
Underneath the legs with not a stranger. Flip it.
You got your fire face on, James?
Oh yeah, fire fins on.